about like even with myself in terms of those different categories, those different sections of how a person may express themselves, be it flirting,
Mhm.
sexual, or dating.
Mhm.
Of course, I've mentioned this multiple times. I'm not great at flirting, so I'm just going to say no to all that because I don't understand
Mhm.
that lingo. I guess I do it. It is what it is. But in terms of sexual encounters, I'm open to having sexual encounters with someone of a different race. I'm still on the fence about someone who might be white, but it depends on
Mhm.
physical and sexual attraction, as well as do they see me as human or not? And we have
Yeah.
to unpack that to understand where we both are before I can actually
Mhm.
engage. Because if
Right.
I just cannot freely go into that space without knowing that. But when it comes to dating and potentially marrying somebody,
Mhm.
most definitely with being an intentional person, I need to know who the fuck your family is because
Mhm.
am I getting into a situation like I'm okay with a racist grandmom, grandfather, or whatever the case is because they're here for just a little while longer and they were
Mhm.
raised in this. That's their hatred. But if your mom or dad, your uncles, the people who are going to be here for the next 30, 50 years is racist as fuck, I
Mhm.
cannot do that.
Yeah, and then I also think it's too like, and I'm so glad we're having this conversation about the no fats, no fems, and things like that because a lot of times, even within our own community, as we deal with colorism and
Mm,
all of those other aspects that plague our communities of Black and Brown people, you have to check your privilege at the door. Like, as a Black or Brown person, that doesn't mean that you are oppressed in all circumstances.
mm,
And you need to be aware of situations where you come in where you have a bit more of a privilege or a systematic advantage in certain places. And for instance, that even goes into physical and body aspects as
mm.
well.